Afternoon, everybody. Andy Petrassi here with Special Effects Academy. I just got off a session, so I know my mic works, but just for confirmation, everybody hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Excellent. That's what I would have expected. Alrighty, I'm going to get started. I did not have time, as usual, to do the end of the week deck, and in fact, I think I'm going to not stop doing the end of the week deck. That's extremely valuable both for me and for everybody else. But I think I'm not going to be presenting it necessarily at the 3 p.m. session unless those odd occasions when I'm completely out of the market by around noon and I have enough time to fiddle with the deck and all this. Otherwise, I'm either going to record it as a separate session at some point between Friday and Saturday and put it out there on YouTube and email it out, or I will add it to the start of week session. I'll do a quick review of the past week, then jump into the open of the market. So the jury's out on that one. I'll figure it out. But suffice to say that this week we will not have the deck ready for this presentation. I still have two open trades. One of the trades is a rather old trade. Well, not that old. It's from yesterday, I guess. Trade from yesterday short on the USDJPY, which is carrying about 36 pips or so of profit. And a trade from earlier today on the pound CAD, carrying about the same 30-something to 40 pips of profit as we speak. Combined, we have about 75 pips of profit. Give or take, because every time I say something, the price moves. So I should keep talking, I guess, and make the price move more. Hey, there we go. Anyway, that is what we have on the open trades. We did get stopped out overnight on the Euro JPY, so we took a 50 pip hit on that one. And we did exit the Euro dollar flat because I had adjusted the stop in one of the sessions yesterday. And the USDJPY, I should add, that you were seeing on the screen, you guys were probably stopped out on that one. Sorry, not stopped out, limited out, because it did hit its limit this morning. Since I was doing the CAD fundamental, I caught it before it actually hit, and I moved the limit. That's why I'm still in that trade. And since I was having a session within minutes, I simply made that a part of my session to say that I had moved the limit further away. So that one's still in play. It has a trailing stop, so it is protecting profit as it moves. And that's about all I can say for those. I have not yet made a final decision on whether I am closing these trades out by end of market or keeping them open. I will decide that later today. I've got another couple of hours, maybe 3 hours, to make a final determination. So that is going to be that. I'm not even going to look at the charts at this point. What I am going to do, and we did have some losing trades, and I haven't updated my my journal. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to actually do a new share here so everybody can see the journal and can see the results that we are carrying right now. Share screen. So momentarily, you should see the journal pop up. We hope. So nobody gets bored while I'm updating that journal. But what I want to do is get a quick count of where we are in the week right now, a quick snapshot. And there you see my journal. So I know that the euro dollar, here it is, the euro dollar was exited at 1.17846, which was flat, exactly zero. The profit loss was zero. I did have a cost, however. So that was 48 cents in what I'm calling commission and 60 cents in swap because it was held overnight. And the other thing I do, just to be consistent, is I tell it when I exited the trade. That took me out at 2 in the morning. Then we have the USD JPY is still open. Euro JPY took me out at 128.888. That was the 50 pip, and there was slippage, so it was 50 and a half pips. The loss was minus 46 and 12 cents. The commission 48, and there was no swap because it was not held overnight, and I made a mistake here, so it's looking funky. Let me fix that. Okay, and this one was exited at 6/8/18 at 249.16. We said USD JPY is still open. Let me check that I've closed everything else out. And now we add some of the trades I took this morning on the CAD pairs for the fundamental. So there were two trades I took. One of them was both of them were losers, but one of them was this flat. Euro CAD 6/8/18. 15 minus 7 would be 8 in the morning. Yes, that would be exactly when the fundamental happened, 8:30:01. The ticket number 15104027.
Can I ask you something real quick?
Yes, you may. Go ahead.
So basically you have MetaTrader open right now, and you just have your Ledger Excel spreadsheet on top of the MetaTrader, right? So that's how you can see
Yes,
both?
exactly. And you are you seeing both?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, that's exactly what I do. I have Excel. I have it smaller so I can move it around, and I keep it just on top of MetaTrader.
Okay. Thanks.
No worries. And that, these are just tricks for convenience, so I don't have to be flipping between programs. So the EuroCAD was a buy 0.1, and it was a buy at 153.029. The stop loss I remember was 50 pips, so that would have been 1.529. And I did not have a take profit, but this spreadsheet will flip out if I don't have a take profit. So I'm going to just put it 100 pips away to give it a number. And I see I made some sort of mistake. Oh yeah, that was a typo. I said 52.9 and I wrote 53.9. There we go. 2-to-1 trade, and it was closed at 1.52921. Loss was $8.30. Commission, no swap. Oh, I did something wrong. Oh, I know what I did. Okay, minus 8.3. The commission was 40 cents and no swap. And I exited 6/8/18 at 8:32. That trade was open for 2 minutes, 8:32:17. And I like to look at these things because it tells me a little bit of how long I'm keeping my trades open, how long I'm doing this, that, and the other. And the next trade, 6/8/18 at 8:30:01. Ticket was 115104278. London USD CAD. Buy 0.1. 132.07. This was actually 100 pip of a stop. So 29.207. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is the USD CAD. It was the same 50 pips. So 129, 707. And I'm going to give it the same 100 pips, 131, 207 for a 2-to-1 trade, but that's a lie. I didn't have a limit on it because it was a fundamental. I had a stop loss set up, a trailing stop, I'm sorry. 129,670, and we're almost to the end of my updating. We can have a final number for the week as is. Minus 41.41, minus 0.4, and 0. And 6/8/18. I was exited at 8:33:09. Okay, that brings us almost up to date. Almost, but not quite. I still have to add the one trade that is still open on the CAD, which was opened at 6/8/18. At 8:08:20, 115, 103, 577, still London hours, GBP CAD, it was a sell, 1.74003. This was the one I gave 100 pips of a room on the stop. So this would have been 1.7500. Actually, it says so right there on the 15003. The take profit is 1.72003. I'm going for 200 pips on that one. And it is still open as we speak. So this brings us up to date. My 2 open trades are there on the ledger as still open. And we are carrying a weighted pip profit because I was trading half lot size this week. I lost the equivalent of 122 pips without counting the 80. This is the equivalent of 40 pips. So really I'm down about 80 pips in weighted profit right now. Let me check on that. If I did give the USD CAD, USD JPY, if I exited right now at 109.47, and I exited the other one at 1.73447. Yes, I would have 74 pips of loss as we speak, but I'm not closing those trades down. So as we are right now, I have 74 pips of loss, and I will wait on those remaining trades, whether I decide to close them or not. That will be the final tally, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to give them till the end of the day to continue moving, and indeed, I may keep one or both open over the weekend, have not decided yet. So that is going to be it for this end of the week session. So much like last week, it's going to be in 2 parts. We're going to have this little discussion, and then I'm going to have the deck that I will record a presentation and put that up on YouTube as well. So that's going to be it. Any comments or questions from anyone?
Not for me.
All righty. Thank you so much. Then I will talk to you guys on Sunday evening, and I will be sending an email out with these partial results for the week in a few minutes, and then I will be sending the final video some point tomorrow when I record it. Thanks a lot, guys. It's been good having you. Talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.